Japanese soldiers on Guadalcanal started whispering something terrifying among themselves, that American Marines were not fully human, that they could stalk through pitch-black jungle, strike without warning, and vanish before dawn like ghosts. They weren't wrong that something extraordinary was happening. They were just wrong about the explanation. The Pacific War is barely a year old, and the United States Marine Corps has just landed on Guadalcanal, a fever-soaked, snake-infested island that most Americans couldn't find on a map. The Imperial Japanese Army had never lost a land campaign. They were disciplined, battle-hardened, and utterly convinced they owned the night. Night combat was their signature. Japanese doctrine was built around it. Infiltrate after dark, disorient the enemy, collapse their lines before sunrise. It had worked in China. It had worked in Malaya. It had worked everywhere until Guadalcanal. Here's where history gets fascinating. Marines began reporting something strange themselves. Men who ate from the same field ration cans as their buddies seemed to hold a sharper edge after sunset. Reaction times improved. Target acquisition was faster in low light. It wasn't magic. It wasn't morale. It was chemistry, and the US military had quietly engineered it. During the pre-war years, nutritional science had made a breakthrough discovery. Vitamin A deficiency directly degrades night vision. The human eye depends on a compound called rhodopsin, a light-sensitive pigment in the retina's rod cells, to function in darkness. Without adequate vitamin A, rhodopsin production collapses, and your ability to see in low light goes with it. The US military had quietly reformulated its ration program before the war. Dehydrated carrots, fortified canned goods, and carefully balanced field rations ensured Marines were hitting their vitamin A targets consistently, even in the jungle. Japanese troops, by contrast, were subsisting on polished white rice and whatever they could scavenge. Their diets were dramatically deficient. The result? American Marines genuinely could see better in the dark. Not superhuman, not supernatural, just properly fed soldiers versus chronically malnourished ones. This is the part history books skip over. Guadalcanal is remembered for the naval battles, the air power struggle over Henderson Field, the brutal ground fighting, but the nutritional edge was a force multiplier hiding in plain sight. Night patrol after night patrol, Marines held the perimeter. Japanese infiltration tactics, the very playbook that had shattered Allied forces across Asia, began failing consistently. There's a lesson buried in the jungle mud of Guadalcanal that military historians still argue about today. Logistics wins wars, not just ammunition and fuel, food. The Marines didn't defeat the Japanese army with superior courage alone. They defeated them, in part because a Pentagon nutritionist somewhere decided that carrots mattered. The Japanese called them demons of the night. The real answer was a vitamin. And that changes everything we think we know about why America won the Pacific. If history like this keeps you up at night, the kind they never taught in school, you're in the right place. Hit that like button if this changed how you see the Pacific War. Share it with someone who thinks they know everything about World War II. And subscribe to Historian Henry so you never miss the story behind the story.